that fewer babies are being baptized now than they were like 20 years ago or 30 years ago?
Are fewer babies being baptized than years ago?
Yeah.
Yes and no. It's always the same answer, yes and no. The answer is yes, there are fewer babies being baptized, but at the same time, there's fewer couples having babies.
Right. But I was like the young people, like in the 20s right now. It just seems like they're not in a hurry. Some that I've met are in a hurry for the babies to get tested. I was just wondering.
Well, those that are in their 20s are also not in a rush to get married either.
Right.
Why should I commit myself to a baptism when I won't even commit myself to marrying the father or the mother of my child? I mean, when you look at it, it's a problem of commitment more than anything. They won't commit to anything. They won't commit to marriage. They won't commit to the church. They won't commit to... It is what it is. But to answer your... That is a very loud rain. I'm just listening to this and it's getting louder and louder. When you look at the number of families, look at this church and pay attention. There's a lot of young families in this church. And if you notice, there are a good number of young children, and I mean young children. Some of them may be a little noisier than others. I don't mind that, by the way, because I would rather hear a child that's being a little rowdy than no children at all. A church without children is a church that gets closed in just a few years. I mean, we may get irritated by, a little child that's crying or something because it's hungry, but a church without children is a church that gets closed.
I heard you saying a church without crying, I think Father James said a church without crying is a church that is dying.
A church that's not crying is a church that's dying. Well, that's true. That's true. Although if some of you heard me sing, you might be crying, but for different reasons. Not from the beauty, I assure you. Any other questions about that?
Father, I just had one interesting thing about children in church. Didn't this happen at some Baptist cathedral yesterday? And then you got to the consecration, and this little kid was loud, and he said, "Yay!"
Oh. The children, they do. Some of the children, especially when they know what's going on at Mass, they do get excited and they'll make noise. I mean, again, to me personally, as long as it's not like a child that's screeching, if they're just a little, making a little noise, it's one thing, but when they're little, it's a little different. I mean, we could always take them to the back and see what's wrong with them and, whatever, but in my experience in both churches, here and in Bergen, the children, they're fine. Now go to other churches I've been at, other Masses, where the children are literally like running in the aisles and everything. That's a different story. Not so pleasant. Any other questions about, anything that we've been talking about? Because it's been a few different topics. No. Okay. Next question.